Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, back in the R&D of version 0.7.2.8, the brand newest of the unstable builds. And I was kind of farting around, I was going to try something out, and I kind of stumbled upon this. Scrappers, being able to be rotated to their side. So I was kind of wondering if it would work on all, and well, no. GSO doesn't seem to like that. So, anyway, kind of interesting. But anyway, the first most important part of any video is to say hello. Hello. How are you guys all doing today? I'm glad you've made your way back. I hope you enjoy what you're about to see. And I hope you always know that your support and comments and everything is always super appreciated. You guys have made a difference. It's been enjoyable too, so, you know, hey, right on, thank you. And if you happen to like what you're seeing, maybe not so much yet, just kind of sitting there talking. But if you do like what you're seeing, throw the blue thumb up down below. Throw some comments down there. Subscriptions are always cool. That way you can get notified if you ding the bell about when I have something new and cool that you may just want to watch. But as you can see here, won't even turn on sideways. So this is the only one that still is restricted. For now. I got a feeling that's going to change in the next update. They won't allow that too long, I don't think. For some reason. And, hey, it looks like they work still. Yeah, that one's working. That one, it's picking up. That one, a little far away, but still working. And that one should work no matter what. But yeah, I was just doing this so I could get some resources. I wanted to do something. This little trick I like. Ever since they gave us that load tech button, I've been doing a lot of this. I figure everyone has because it's an easy way to swap techs. And when you're working on multi-techs, it really becomes handy. But before I get back to my big build, I forgot all about these little guys. They were the start of it. Well, V1, V2 of other techs that I didn't quite get as interested in. But this little guy, he works. He's not very functional as far as a battle tech, but he can gather stuff, he can fly, he can refine. So he kind of fits the challenge that started my mobile refinery base build. So he kind of qualifies for there, but he's just not what I want. He's pretty slow. He can't do any tricks. No aerial acrobatics. None whatsoever. But he does work. So he's one of those where I might just keep him handy, just in case. Because it would be a good start for many different techs, really. But the money resource system I did in the last video that is actually being used in my big mobile refining base, that's the one that came after this. But this little guy gave me the idea for that. So, you know, every tech has its place and has its importance. And it's cool in its own way. Looks like he's got a little exhaust pipe there. Oh, backfired something. But yeah, that was another problem. It kept dropping stuff. So I did a little bit of adjustments and tweaking and added some blocks. And this is what it slowly grew up into. This is just kind of a quick test just to see what it is doing as I was building and getting ready to balance out the front. And the more and more I look at it, the more and more I think, I don't really want to do much with this one right now. And that's when it inspired the snake idea. So I decided I'm going to give up on this one for now. I usually don't give up. Oh, I had a sneeze there. I fought it off though. So I got back to this, because this is the one I'm getting really into. I really like this one so far. It's been a lot nicer since I took the wiggle off the body. But I do have to get that kind of performance back again. And look at that, I got frickin' propellers on backwards. Dang it. I'll have to get them later. So this is kind of what I got, and the reason it's got the rack around it is so I can flip it. Because I plan on doing some work on the bottom, and I don't like looking through the floor with the build beam on all the time. It's pretty good for like little jobs, but when you're going to be under there for maybe an hour, I don't want to look at a blue light. Not for 2 hours or an hour. So just kind of getting everything set up. I got my cab all ready for the flip after I had to dig it out of the frickin' hiding spot I had it in. We'll give her a turn, and see, you can look underneath like that the whole time, but I find this is just a lot nicer. Especially for the amount I'm going to have to do here. And it's not just throw any random block on there, you know. They got to be put in a way where it looks the way I want. And that is not always the easiest task. So I got to try and get the head done up and looking the way I want before I get too far into this. Because if I can't make it aesthetically appealing to me, it'll be another one that's, maybe we'll try something different. But I think I got this one set up in such a way where I got tons of options. I can move things around. I can change things without having to really tear the whole thing apart and start from scratch. So I've been trying to keep that in mind. What I want to do is kind of get a better looking mouth on them. So I know snakes don't really have teeth per se, but I think they have like little bumpy things in their mouth that kind of act as grippers, but they're kind of a little tooth-like shape. So I was thinking of that idea, but it doesn't really look that great. The fangs are a wee bit short, and I don't know if I really want those, because they're not going to do nothing. If anything, they're just going to get in the way of the guns I was going to put down this thing's throat. Or, if I have room, I don't know, those conveyors might not leave me too much room. We'll have to see what happens, though. I still got the bottom part of the mouth I can load up with stuff, so that should be good. I think it will. Jeez, I think I changed nationality there for a second. I'm right back to Canadian, though. So yeah, this is the hard part. Kind of looking around like, okay, that looks like that looks like this. If I go over here, it looks okay, but if I go over to here, it's like, oh, dang, what's wrong with that? That's one of the things I run into a lot. Just something looks odd. Now look at this. Now this probably looks horrible, right? Not so much. This is actually exactly what I was hoping it would do. Because as long as that back end keeps popping up real fast, it's already half set up in the right direction to carry all the weight it's gonna. So, I kind of like that. Because really this is going to be the front half, or not even the half, the front third of this whole tech. So it has to be able to pick up that end. So if it's that aggressively flipping it, it'll pick up its end. And then I just got to balance out the rest of the body. But as you can imagine, there's a lot of wheel surface or track surface. And I even got my little line of wheels there, just to kind of transition from the treads at the very front to the ones behind. And I got it on a bit of an angle because I want it to have this kind of look like it's a real snake when it's driving, not just like head down. Because I've seen a lot of them where they got their head kind of up, you know, they're sniffing the air as they go, and that's kind of what I was going for. I think I got it. But I got the bottom lip there kind of tuned up now, as you can see. I got a few drills, a saw in there, and fire! I got fire! This fire is awesome! Yeah, I think they beefed up the flamethrowers a little bit too. Yeah, shooting missiles because of lag. Because I think they got a farther range, and I think they do more damage to actual techs and stuff. Yeah, those missiles are really causing a big pause on that. Jesus. So yeah, I'm probably not going to load this up with any more missiles. I think the rest of it's all just going to be the machine guns and munition fires like that. As far as missiles, I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum because honestly they cause a lot of problems when you have a multi-tac. And if you put them in the wrong spot and you start shooting each other, like your own tacs, could suck. So I kind of tuned up the fangs a wee bit here, and I think this is the setup I'm going to keep. I like it, it looks alright, but as it gets built and changes, that could change too. But for now, that's the one I'm going with. They got the bottom wrapped up. They got a tongue now too. Haha! And I even found a use for the witch's hat. Just kind of get another look. I want to see what that tongue looks like when it's all lit up and kind of, in use. And I got a little bit of the body done. Frickin' blocks. That's why you don't reload the tech right on the same spot where you just crashed. You get blocks stuck under you and you knock a fang off your snake and it really bums you out. Kind of frustrates you a little bit, but then you put it back on and you're good to go. And I'm off. So I start life at about 14 feet. And as you can see, she climbs like a dream. And now I'm pretty sure this is just standard controls. Yeah, no hover glitch on this. Because that's one thing I've been doing. I've been using each method because I want to know what it'll do with and without the hover glitch. Because ideally I would like this thing to be able to use both for different reasons. I would like the hover glitch for when I just want to move flat land, like flat flight, just quick and hurry. But then, when I want to put on a show with this thing, I would like the other controls so I can do tricks. And get this thing to actually fly like a dragon or a snake would look on the ground. Because snakes don't fly. Yeah, I'm kind of confusing the limits of animal potential. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be a flying snake or a serpent. I kind of like cobras. Cobras are cool with their friggin' wide neck and that. That would help too. Maybe I'll go for one of them. We'll see when it's done. Because like I've said before, I do not plan. Not the details. I just come up with ideas as I go, and then I build them into what I want. But now it's time to kind of get some protection. My snake needs protection. So yeah, we'll get some batteries and some shields and all the good stuff kind of set up here. I just kind of want to get an idea of how I want to set it up. Because I got more propellers I got to put on this thing because it just doesn't go fast enough forward. And I figure when I want to pull, honestly, I'd like to be able to pull 8 of those body sections. Other than that, my idea may require 2 snakes. I don't know if I want to have to use 2 snakes. Keeping it all in one thing that I can drive, control, all at the same time. That's what I want. That's why 8 body sections will work out good. But that's a lot of power I need to get that in the air, keep it in the air, and control it while it's in the air. So it's going to be a heck of a build. Not that it's going to be holy crap, intricate, kind of put everything in, difficult to figure out what goes where. No, the problem is that's going to be difficult is figuring out the right positioning to keep balance and to keep control. Not as far as what blocks I need and where I can put them. No, that's easy. It's the ones that are going to cause the big changes, like the propellers, the wings. And sometimes you use the wrong type of wing. That can even put a hurting on you. But on a big thing like this, it's so hard to notice when the wrong type of wing is causing a problem compared to I don't have enough, or I have too many, or I'm unbalanced. One of those times where building big tests your mettle, your determination, your stubbornness, and your all around, let's get it done, let's get it fun kind of attitude. It'll test you. For some reason, I like testing myself with that. Man. So I got a little more done. Just kind of sliding in and out of the build here. Figured it'd get kind of boring if all I'm doing is placing a ton of batteries. And sometimes you gotta just move on to other sections for a little bit. I jump around quite a bit on some of this, so I don't know. I can't even tell you how many other little changes I've made while I've been supposed to be working on these battery station things. And they're going to get a rework again soon. I'm going to have to tune them up a little bit more because, like always, the ideas are ever changing. And since this is supposed to be a mobile flying base, or a flying mobile refining base, that I need to be able to handle resources. And I want to be able to handle enough resources that can keep this thing charged on wood. No other fuel resources but wood. So if it can do that, this thing is gravy. You know what I mean? It'll take anything better than wood, and holy crap, will it ever survive a hell of a long time. So I'm going to have a wee bit of more storage coming in. Just not sure exactly how I want to do it, so it'll be a little bit. But I left the center slot down the back here for a reason, and that is the reason. I saw this idea going to be a good one a while ago, and I set up for it a little bit. I set up for it before I even knew I wanted to do it, to tell you the truth. Just kind of the way I build. So we're ready for another bit of a test. We got things kind of wrapped up. A little bit, anyway. So while I'm taking to the skies here... Oh, yeah, and this is without the hover glitch. And yeah, it's way too heavy at the back. But it works. But this is about the time where I'd like to say once more, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed what you did see. And I hope you enjoy all the videos to come in that, because I'm hoping you subscribe and come back and see all that cool stuff, because you've dinged the bell, you've got a notification, you've left some comments saying this is a cool idea, you should try it, and I've tried it, and I made the video, and you like watching it. Those are my hopes. They're little hopes. Please don't dash my hopes. I'm kidding. No, but if you do like what you see, all that stuff would be awesome. I'd love to hear from you, you know. Even if you just want to say hello, that'd be pretty sweet. I do like to socialize. And never forget that all your support is truly and seriously appreciated. Seriously. But on the other side of things, you know, keep in mind that if you have any cool and original text, there's always a Saturday Showcase, where you can send your in-game snapshots or save game through my Saturday Showcase auditions link. Not the Reaper's Playground. That's where the videos are finished. The auditions link is for the submissions, and put your in-game snapshots or save game there, and I will take it from there, and I'll make the best damn video I can out of it. And, you know what? Hopefully we have a ton of fun doing it. The process, I enjoy. The videos, I hope we all enjoy. And you guys building the text, you've enjoyed. That's a lot of enjoyability. I think that's a very good deal. But that's about my time for this flying wonder. And this here, I think I got the hover glitch going. No, looks like I don't have the wheel on it. Nope, so that's no hover glitch. So the first one might have been. I'm so confused. So until next time, everybody, keep being awesome. Keep having a good one. Bye.